Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. This is my esoteric journey where I am consistently learning progress over perfection. I have found a love for learning astrology and tarot, and I would love to be able to help you use the energies of our world to better your life. I'd like to quickly say thank you to all of my new subscribers and all of my new YouTube friends who have liked my past videos and shared them with their friends and family. I appreciate all comments that you have left, and I ask if you continue to subscribe to this video, like it, and share it with friends. I would really appreciate it. It would help my channel grow. Today we're going to discuss the Minor Arcana part of the tarot deck. If you haven't learned about the Major Arcana, I'm going to link to the description box below. The Minor Arcana relates to minor themes on a day-to-day basis. In contrast, the Major Arcana deals with larger themes and shifts in our energy over days, weeks, or periods of your life. We're going to refer to the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which is here. And today's focus is going to be on the suit of cups. There are 4 suits in the Minor Arcana. Each suit has 14 cards, and there's a total of 56 cards in the whole Minor Arcana. Today, when we talk about cups, cups have to deal with the water element or anything dealing with emotional energy. When we go through these, I'm going to do a video per suit. So there's the suit of cups, suit of wands, suit of pentacles, and suit of swords. I'm going to do separate videos so we're able to concentrate on one card at a time, and you'll also be able to see the astrological connections with each card. So just like the Major Arcana, I'm going to take and do one card at a time, and right here you'll be able to see the next card coming and the one that we're focusing on. So first is Ace of Cups. It could also signify a water sign in your life, such as a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. If you're doing a reading, know that sometimes when you pull cards, it doesn't always relate to just you. It could relate to people in your life. Ace of Cups refers to love, relationships, beginnings. Aces can also relate to a gift or an awakening could be in store for you. The hand holding the cup could signify the beginning of a relationship, but it could also signify feeling emotionally connected or the beginning of a divine emotional blessing. And you can see that this hand is basically kind of like the hand of God, or the universe is handing you an emotional blessing. So that's what the Ace of Cups stands for. Next is the Two of Cups, and it can relate to Venus in Cancer or love and partnerships. This could be a harmonious union between yourself and someone else. It can also signify love. This could be a business partnership, but the connection is deeply rooted in an emotional bond, either from the past, present, or future. It can also relate to self-love as well. That is the Two of Cups. Here is the Three of Cups. It relates to Mercury and Cancer. It can relate to celebrations, abundance, family, and friendships within a group is the theme of the Three of Cups. It's time to enjoy life and the people around you and have some fun. This card can also relate to anniversaries, birthdays, or any celebratory events in your life or those around you. So there definitely is celebration. You can see the women all raising up their cups in a cheer. So when this comes up in your reading, you all are exploring, celebratory, something's fun happening around you. Next is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups relates to the moon in Cancer. It can also signify boredom, complacency, or a situation that is static. This card asks you to look at your life and determine if you are stuck in a situation or are you taking your life for granted. Don't ignore great love and friendships that may already be surrounding you. You may just not be paying attention. And you can see that this little hand is offering him a gift, but his head is down, so he can't even see that blessings are already around him. So that is the signification of the Four of Cups. The Five of Cups. The Five of Cups can relate to sadness, grief, or regret due to one's own action. This card could also mean that you need to stop what you're doing, because more grief could be coming on its way. It could also mean that steps have already been taken and you are too sad from your actions and you're ignoring what the most important parts of life are. This could be relationships, or it could be the relationship with yourself and your own self-pity. And you can see that these two cards are behind him, which are standing upright, but he doesn't even notice them because he's too into his black cloak and he's concentrating on the 3 cups that are down on the ground. So the 5 of Cups is relating to you being in self-pity, sadness, or grief. Next is the 6 of Cups. This relates to the past, nostalgic events, great achievements of the past, or something that is relating to your past that could also come up in your present day or come up in the future. This can also relate to fertility, like a birth of a child is on the way, or gifts being given to you, or you giving gifts to someone else. And you can see the older child is giving a gift, a cup, to a smaller child, and then there's all these cups that already have flowers and they're already abundant. Next is the 7 of Cups. It relates to decisions, lots of options, and not getting too lost in illusions. The right decision is based on reality and thought. It could also relate to temptation, and the universe is asking you to be careful, as temptation could lead to bad choices. Use your intuition for guidance and don't get too wrapped up in all of the options. So you can see each one of these cups has different options, and the cloud is basically making everything a little blurry, a little foggy. I know during Mercury retrograde, when I would do readings, this card comes up a lot because Mercury obviously rules communication, and oftentimes you don't really know what decisions to make during Mercury retrograde. So that's a good card to remember, the 7 of Cups. Next is the 8 of Cups. This card is about moving away from something or moving away from a difficult situation. It can relate to relationships in which you need to move away from, but it can also relate to physical situations that you need to reassess if you still need to be there or if it's better to move on. There is something you can do emotionally to balance things out, but will you know it in this present day? It's hard to say. Take stock of your emotions, figure out if it's better for you to stay or if it's better to move on. And this person has his walking stick, and he's basically leaving all of these cups behind with the moon guiding him. It's time for him to emotionally move away. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is often referred to as the wish card. It is considered one of the most positive cards in the tarot deck. You can see this man, he has all of his wares, all his cups, and he has his hands folded like he's very content and smiling. And this is a very positive card as it relates to happiness emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It could also mean that a wish that you have been waiting for is forthcoming. It could also be a signal of good health, good friendships, and positivity in your emotional world around you. Next is the 10 of Cups. It's often referred to as the generations card. As you can see, this happy family, the kids are playing, mom and dad or whoever is the family unit is all happy together. They have their home and farm in the background, and they're looking up at the 10 of Cup rainbow. So this relates to family comfort, often referred to as, like I said, the generations card, but it also, since it's a 10, it can mean endings or reaching a goal. So it could be really good endings. Remember, endings don't always have to be negative. It could mean you all finally, bought a house, you finally reached a goal. It could signify a happy family, life, friendships, and satisfaction for one's life. Next is the Page of Cups. Pages are young energy which relate to messages coming in. The page is emotionally vibrant and enjoys creative activities such as art, writing, music, etc. The Page of Cups can relate to a birth of a child or hearing good news about an emotional bond like a relationship or a wedding or positive information about creative ventures you are starting. Dream freely when you see the Page of Cups. Next is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is sensitive and emotional. Knights can bring in messages of an emotional nature, and since he is standing still, it may be a positive, emotional message that is coming in. So pay attention to your dreams, as the Knight of Cups can send signals, invitations, and themes of an important information coming in. This could be a love proposal, or it can also signify inner love you discover with yourself. Next is the Queen of Cups. She signifies intuition and good advice. Queens are wise, older, and have great wisdom, and they've been around the block a few times for the good. So she's a gifted counselor and friend, and you would look to her for advice and support when you have questions. Her cup represents emotional strength and guidance. And anytime a queen comes up in your reading, this could also signify an older woman or someone who has more of a feminine energy around you, who has an emotional nature. So it could be an aunt, a grandmother. And lastly is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a passionate supporter and a wise man. He can be volatile, but under a calm surface. He's very confident, and he uses peace and calmness to solve conflicts. He often helps others with solving issues with diplomacy and kindness. So just like the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups can be a fatherly figure or a male figure that is in your life that helps with any kind of emotional bonding, but in a more authoritative standing. So this could even be a boss, it can be an uncle, it can even be someone that has kind of taken you under their wing in a more mentorship relationship. So that is the King of Cups. So that is the Minor Arcana of the Cups, and I look forward to teaching you about the Minor Arcana in the Wands, Pentacles, and Sword suits in future videos. And like I said, if you haven't watched the Major Arcana video, I invite you to click in the link below in the description box. I also invite you to comment, share, and like any of my other videos. I will link to the descriptions below. I do every 2 weeks as the moon goes into the new moon or full moon phases. I also report on those, so I would love if you would share those videos. Thank you so much for coming to Scorpio Soul Time, and I look forward to talking with you again. Thank you, and have a great day.